2, 1. Hey, what's happening, Roland? Well, I tell you what, I just hooked a bass. I just got a good bass out here. Look at this guy. Look at this. Oh yeah, nice bass. Nice bass. Jumped up out of the water. Oh, son, 3 or 4 pounder. Big on nice bass. Look at this guy. Topwater time, son. Topwater time. And I'm in my little canoe down here in the Everglades, deep in the heart of the Everglades. Look at this beautiful bass. That's what we're talking about, folks. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Well, let me just, I'm going to let him go and just let him see how beautiful of a fish it is. But that's just a gorgeous fish. And I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm out here in my canoe and I'm doing a topwater show where we just got back from actually Minnesota, and I was up there with Jimmy Houston and all the guys, and we did some topwater fishing. In fact, I gave Jimmy some of these plugs, and boy, he really lit them up. He caught some smallmouth on it too. But basically, it's a top 80, pop 80, and I'm throwing it up close to the bushes. But anyway, just kind of popping it along. And if you notice, this water's real clear here. I mean, it's like 3 or 4 feet deep right here. But the bass are really biting good. Now, I might not catch any more bass. I had that one hooked and then I turned the camera on. But the point is, what we're doing, I'm filming with my GoPro. Oh, speaking of the GoPro, I was messing with this GoPro a little bit ago, right around the corner. I just caught about a 6-pound bass, and I was fooling with the camera, and the camera fell off in the lake, and I lost my camera. There's a different camera now. There's a different GoPro right here. It's a different one. So now it's recording what we're seeing right now. I'm recording you. In fact, I'm recording it as we speak. But the point was, I lost my camera. I took my clothes off, got out in the water. It was only about waist deep, and I felt all around with my feet. I just couldn't find that. I just couldn't find that camera for the love nor money. So anyway, that was what's happening today. We're deep down in the Everglades, and we're in an area that's restricted to big boats. You can't use the big Z21 like they use, or you can't use my big 2072 like I use at the Stick Marsh and at the Headwaters Lake. This is a different area. We're down below Lake Okeechobee right now, and some of the areas A1, A2, A3, all these different areas down just south of the lake. And these are retention ponds. This is a 17,000 acre retention pond right here. They're building another 20,000 acres retention pond just to the west of this one. And this water comes out of Okeechobee. It kind of stays in this 17,000 acre area and clears it up. You notice how clear the water is? It's just crystal clear. And it's just full of bass. It's just full of bass. But the problem is, you got to use a little crummy boat like this. And it's hard to fish, and it's only open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, I haven't been out here lately because I was up in Minnesota for a whole month, and then I was over at Headwaters. See, I guide a lot. And here's the problem. The fishing here at A1 is really good. It's as good as at Headwaters. The problem is, I can't talk people into spending good big money getting a little old canoe like this, or I have a little John boat as well. They don't want to do that. They want to be in a nice, comfortable boat. We can zoom around with fish shiners. You can't really fish shiners in here because you don't have any place to put them. But the point is, the fishing is good. The fishing is great here. I just can't talk many people into doing it. So, anyway, my technique today is kind of simple. I'm just working that topwater plug real slow and easy. I'm using 20-pound test line, 20-pound test monofilament. The reason why I'm using monofilament is that fluorocarbon sinks, and I'm working the plug real slow, and if I were using fluorocarbon right now, it would sink into the water and it would be kind of a problem. So I don't want to do that. Now, braid, I don't like to fish topwater on braid. For one, if I use a prop bait like a devil horse, the braid gets all tangled around that deal, so that's not good. But rather than I use a 20-pound monofilament on a 6.5. That's actually a 7-foot medium heavy rod by Favorite. It's one of their Defender series, and it's in an 8-to-1 ratio reel that's called the Solace, and it's one of their good reels. It throws a mile. I mean, I could throw the thing way over there. But again, I let it sit there for a while. You notice there's some current today. The current's coming a little bit. So I don't want to, I just work it slow and easy. Just kind of coming down the current, and I'm trying to find little places like where I just caught that one over there, like a little cut where the water goes through between a couple little islands. That's kind of what I'm looking for. And I might take my trolling motor and go find another spot. But the point is, there's some really, really good fishing here. And now, all last week, I was up in Minnesota. I was there for almost a month. And I was up there for the 3M deal. I told you about that. And I hosted that, and we had a good time with Jimmy Houston and myself and all the Capra guys. In fact, Dean Capra won it. And he's always winning that thing. He's really good. But anyway, that was really quite a deal. And in the meantime, I did like 5 shows. A couple with Jimmy Houston on smallmouth and largemouth and the frogs, and I did another big deal flipping jigs in another lake way near the state line over by Nebraska. And then I had another couple Cinco deals. Oh, I did some boat docks, and that was a really good deal. Some big 4 and 5 pounders hit on the boat docks. So it was just a really fun trip, and I did a lot of film work. And I was gone for months, to almost a month. But I tell you, I miss South Florida. This area down here is just a dream. I mean, where in the world can you go? I haven't seen a boat all day. I've been out here all day long. It's a Friday. I'm just miles and miles of territory here. We're all by ourselves. I mean, if we broke down, we're not that far away. I could actually get back. It's about 3 miles away from the landing. But one of the things we worry about is a big storm coming up, because you know that's the problem with this time of year. If a big storm comes up, there's a storm over there, and there's some lightning in it, but I don't think it's going that way. The storms that are coming at us now are coming from over here, and I don't see anything that way that would indicate bad weather. So I'm kind of all right now. But if I see something coming up there, see, my grandfather was killed by lightning, and I have a phobia against it. I have a real hard time fooling with it. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw over by that little island and show you what I'm talking about. Take that plug and just make a nice long cast. Ooh. Let it sit there. I let it sit there. The current's kind of washing it right into the shade of that thing. I kind of twitch it a little bit. See if one bites it. That last one was a beauty. But anyway, the thing about it, you can come out here to where we are now, and sometimes we catch 60, 70, 80 bass a day. It's just not unlikely, and this is all artificial stuff. I mean, I have brought shiners when I take my bigger boat, and shiners work great too. Don't get me wrong. It's just that it's in a little canoe like this, you really can't run shiners. You can't do it. Okay, get all the weeds off. There's a whole lot of different kinds of weeds. There's hydrilla in this lake. There's pepper grass in this lake. There's these reeds like you see. There's lily pads as well. It's just about everything that you'd find in Lake Okeechobee. But they haven't been spraying in here. See, that's the whole deal. Okeechobee is kind of a sterile environment. This is the same water from Lake Okeechobee, but because of its the fact that there's plenty of weeds and plenty of cover, these fish are doing really good, really good. I'm gonna make this last cast and see if I can't catch one. Okay. These canoes are really tough. It's a hard proposition. The thing goes every which way. Okay. Oh, I should have gotten to these grass. This is good grass right here. Right there. Ooh. Let's see, this is good grass. Anyway, folks, I've been gone a long time. It's the first time I fished in a whole week, because a week ago, last Friday, I was on my way down in Minnesota, in fact, driving south, and that was the last day I fished. And I got up this morning at about 4:30, came down here, and I've been catching 4 or 5 pound bass ever since. I've caught like 5 or 6 nice bass today. And that one there wasn't even 4 pounds. That was one of the smaller ones, but it was pretty good. Anyway, folks, that's what's happening in my world. Plenty of bass down here in South Florida. Plenty of opportunities down here in the Everglades. Fishing my favorite lure, a topwater plug. This is really, really good. I want to thank you for watching. I hope I taught you a few things about how to catch a bass or two. But topwater is a lot of fun. It's from Connecticut to California, it's the most exciting fishing that I know of. So anyway, folks, I'm glad you're watching, and thank you for subscribing, and we'll see you again soon. We'll see you soon, next week.